I'm Enzo.
And I'm Reyna.
And this is the Date Night Horror Show. Hello, boys and girls. This is Krampus.
'Tis the season for Krampus.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me excited about the holidays is Krampus. You know me, I'm a little grinchy.
A little?
Yeah. But what's exciting is that this episode we get to recap our excursion to Krampus Rumpus 2025.
So much fun.
And this is our second year that we've gone to this event, and it's been awesome.
So much fun.
Yeah, so we recently went to Krampus Rumpus, Krampus LA's event at Benny Boy Brewing near downtown Los Angeles.
In Lincoln Heights.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So much fun because they also have a holiday market and food trucks, which is really fun.
Yeah, so every year we try to do some sort of Krampus event ever since going to our first Krampus event. And a friend of mine is actually part of the Krampus LA troupe. Shout out to Doug. So when these events start to happen, he kind of posts about it. So then I remember to get the tickets. And this year, Reyna, I got them right after Halloween.
That's so good too because they sell out very fast, and it's a 3-day event.
Yeah, they pretty much commandeer Benny Boy Brewing for 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and all 3 events are heavily attended, sold out.
Yeah.
And amazing. We went on the Saturday. What did you think about it? How did you feel about it?
It's so much fun. I think what's so cool, the coolest thing about it is everyone is dressed some way.
Yeah.
So some are like full on Krampus, some are Christmassy with horns in a twisted gothy way.
Yeah.
You know, or have an ugly Krampus sweater. There's something.
Yeah.
And everyone's just so nice.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool ambiente, you know?
Yeah. Great atmosphere.
Yeah.
And you know, what's really weird is that here in LA, some people are too cool to dress. So sometimes you'll go to an event and you think, oh, everyone's going to dress, and only like 30% dress because the others are just too cool. But not at this event.
No. Or you get those that kind of go to make fun of people. And that's just not the case here.
No, it's great. Everyone, I kind of feel like everyone, they lean towards the counterculture just based on, how everyone seems and the way they're dressed. It's kind of punky, kind of gothy. Yeah. And which is the perfect fucking mindset for Krampus, I love there's a lot of like Bavarian food and German Lederhosen, and there's even like yodeling troops. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was 2 bands. One was Ladyhosen.
I love it.
And they were really cool because they did the yodeling, and then they also did a lot of like modern songs, but in a Bavarian way, folky, way. And then there was I'm gonna say this totally wrong, but Die Sauerkrauts. Sorry.
Die Sauerkrauts.
It looked kind of foreign to me until I really read it. So yes, it's Sauerkrauts. Yeah. They were all really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's neat. I remember the first time we went to a Krampus event, they used to have it at Alpine Village, but then they closed down. And what I loved about the Alpine Village event is that most of the bands were kind of metal. So like you have these metal bands, like there was a Rammstein tribute band, but they were all dressed like Krampus.
Yeah.
They were like Krampstein or something like that. Yeah. And I actually
that's true.
I actually moshed.
You sure did.
I was just like a nutcracker, and I was moshing because I'm like, fuck this. I'm a metal kid. Like, you play heavy enough music, I'm gonna mosh.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I would say I miss is the metal element, because we're metal people.
Yeah.
But then after the traditional music is over, they tend to play Rammstein. So,
they play metal.
Yeah, we got some metal there.
And Enzo, you have to talk about your amazing Krampus outfit.
Okay, so we're costume people. So I dusted off my Krampus costume, and with a costume like this, Reyna, I always try to improve it. Right. And there were things I liked about last year's costume, but then there were things I felt could be better. Mm-hmm. So I got a better wig, which was looked more like what my drawings looked like, because I tend to draw the design before I actually create it. And that turned out a lot better. And then you helped me with some beading in the hair and some braiding in the hair, because I wanted to have that to have it feel a little tribal.
It looked good. Yeah. It looked really good.
Yeah, thank you. And then you and Alex, you guys were like Hagazusa, kind of witch, tribal witch women.
Last year we did more of a cutesy thing, which is not my skis normally. I like to look scary pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even kind of gross pretty.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you said that, you're like, I want to look scarier this year.
Yeah.
I agreed with you. I think mine was a little cute too, in a weird sort of way. So I wanted to do something a little bit more horror-y.
It was definitely creepier. The makeup this year for your Krampus was creepier.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we kind of hit the right tone. I think all three of us were kind of cool. Listeners, if you're interested in seeing what those designs look like, you can find us on TikTok. Just look for the Date Night Horror Show and you'll find us. And I've been posting videos and photographs of the three of us in our Krampus outfits.
And also on Instagram.
Yeah. So one of the things that was interesting is when we walked in, a woman came up to me. She was like, I remember your costume. You were robbed last year. You should have won. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And for those who don't know, we're not really costume contest people.
It's not why we dress up.
Yeah. To me, it's sort of like, it's not the point.
No.
But I get it, when people want to do the contest. And so the woman said what she said, and I thought about it a little bit, and I'm like, the crowd needs to see this costume. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. And then I thought to myself as I was walking up, fuck this. I live this shit. I love Krampus. I'm not just someone who dresses to be cute. You know what I mean? Like I want to contribute to the atmosphere.
Well, also what's cool about your Krampus is that it's a different take on Krampus. So it's not the traditional Krampus look.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes people react to it so much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like celebrate the tradition of Krampus without saying I'm part of the troupe, right? So I'm like a fan of it. Right. So then I told Reyna, I'm like, well, I think I'm going to go up there. And you're like, yeah, go. So then I went up there and I was getting up there and, I was having trouble getting under the tent because there's like a tent and then there's all these people sitting under the tent.
So many people.
Yeah. And then there's rows of contestants, that are, and I have brambles that have Christmas lights in them. So, it's very dramatic, but I have to be very aware not to hit people in the face with my, because they're on my back like wings.
It was better this year. It was better.
I tried to be really conscious of that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm trying to make my way up and I make my way up and then the people who are contestants, they look at me and they see me and they're like, oh, fuck, look at this guy. I thought that was
like, fuck.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny, but there were a lot of people dressed really cool. Like, and I thought it was really fun. And that's a thing for me. I'm not a costume alpha male. Like, I genuinely love to see other people
that's
in
the
costume.
Best part.
And like, that's one of my favorite things. I am a fan of costumes, right? So I like to see how everyone else's approach to the costume is.
Yeah.
And there were some really good ones there.
There were. I think the thing is we dress in costume, well, obviously because we like it, but we also want to contribute to the festivities of it too, right? Like we want to join in the fun, also, be part of the scene.
Yeah.
To make it fun, because it isn't fun when you go and there's like 4 people dressed.
Yep.
Like it's only fun when everyone participates.
Yeah. So people who go to these events and they're in costume, they like you said, they contribute.
Yeah.
People who go and they're not in costume in any way, they're tourists. They're there to take pictures like a tourist. And I'm never a tourist. When it comes to anything that is like this, I must contribute to it. It's one of my artistic pursuits. So, it's just something that I like to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, they go through and the host, is like, oh, each person says their name and what they're dressed as, right? So like, so-and-so, I'm here and I'm dressed as this version of Krampus or whatever, right?
Right.
So they're coming up to me and I think I'm like the 8th position. And they're like, and I'm like, I'm Enzo, and I don't like Christmas, but I love Saint Krampus. That's what I said, right? Because that's the truth. Like, I'm not a huge Christmas person, but I finally have something I can hold on to with Krampus, and I love it. So that's kind of why I said what I said. So, but ultimately, I ended up winning, which was surprising, to be quite honest with you. But I appreciated it because they gave me a t-shirt that Reyna is right now currently wearing.
It was my size, not his, so I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun to see everyone else's costumes, and I felt like the audience was genuinely enjoying seeing the costumes, and I think that's really great. And then over the course of the evening, my friend who's in the troupe had compliments for my costume, and then some of the other people in the Krampus troupe were very complimentary. What did you think of the overall the Krampus parade, like once the actual Krampus troupe came out? What did you think of that?
I love that part.
Oh, so great.
I love that part. So the troupe goes through the crowd in a Krampus parade, and they do just debauchery. Like they start hitting, like playfully hitting people with their brambles and posing for pictures, and it's just cute. It's just really cool, and they're all dressed in different versions of Krampai. Is that what you call them, right? You call them
That's what I call
Krampai.
them.
You call them Krampai.
Yeah.
Of different Krampai, and it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun. They make a big and all of them have some type of like jingle bell or some type of musical
big
instrument or cowbell or something, and they just go through the crowd and they take their time. They're very sweet, as far as stopping to take pictures. I also liked that before even the parade started, they were kind of around. Like Enzo and my friend Alex went to go get a drink so I could hold the seats, because it's packed. So when you find a spot to sit, you stay. Yeah. And so I wasn't, I was looking around, and all of a sudden I feel someone pull the stool next to me, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I turned around, this big ass Krampus was sitting next to me, and he was just messing with me, and it was fun. I mean, it was just so much fun. It's everyone participates, and it's just a really good time.
Yeah, it's awesome. Every time we've gone to, I've been able to talk to my buddy Doug about the tradition, because he knows so much more about it. And I was discussing with him, like, it's interesting how some of the Krampai have like distorted humanoid faces, and some look more monster-like, and and he was saying that each approach can be can be dated back to like even like decades. So like in the 80s, the distorted face was more of a Krampus look. And he was saying like since the 2000s and, you know, this time it's more of an orc sort of look. And his look is more of an orc look with the glowing eyes and stuff. So it's like even amongst them, they kind of play with variation, which I think is really cool. You can tell that they're expressing themselves, which I love. There was one Krampi that it would have been, that's more what my approach would be, which he looked like a bearded, almost like a bearded pirate.
Yeah, right? He was cool.
And my friend was telling me that he had that mask hand carved, you know, specifically for him. And I think that's really exciting. But personally, being an artist myself, I would want to do it myself. But I probably wouldn't do it out of wood. I would probably do it out of like a foam clay because I'm just good with that.
But that's the thing, right, with the whole troupe is that to be in their Krampus troupe, you have to follow certain guidelines to be authentic Krampus or Krampi.
Yeah, exactly. Like the whole looking like Santa Claus thing is not traditional.
Right.
Usually it's St. Nicholas and Krampus, and Krampus is in furs. He can't be like Santa Claus. So for me, I'm more than happy not being in the troupe and just doing my version of it. Because it allows me to express myself. And honestly, I love the fact that I'm wearing Christmas shit and I'm turning it on its ear. Like that is why I love Krampus so much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm bending it to my twisted horror will.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. And another thing I have to say, Benny Boy, the staff, you know, from the valet to all the bartenders, everyone we interacted with, they were incredible, super professional,
amazing,
very friendly.
Very.
You know, sometimes when you go to those microbrews, there can be like the microbrew snob behind the counter, and that can really suck. Because when you want to ask a question, you know, they make you feel dumb. And Benny Boy did not do that at all. And their beer's amazing.
I don't drink beer, and I drank 2. And it was really good. And they did have wine, because I'm a wine drinker. But where the area we were in only had beer. And so that was when we asked the bartender, he kind of asked me some questions. Yeah. And then, he brought a beer, and it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. And then they have a whole cider area as well, where Alex and I started there. She doesn't drink alcohol, so they had some non-alcoholic cider, and then I had some regular cider, and it has a lot of alcohol. So I'm like, I had the first one, it was very, very good, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to pace myself because I don't want to be like a drunken mess in this Krampus costume. So yeah, it was great. I mean, across the board. And every time we go to Benny Boy, I'm like, I need to see what their next event is, because this place is great. They know exactly how to treat their patrons, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like a beer garden, so it's outdoor, mostly, and it's a cool little spot, kind of hidden. Yeah. And so if you're ever in LA, Lincoln Heights, Benny Boy Brewing, it's really good.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Reyna. So I was thinking that for our feature review, we would do a feature review of a sequel to a movie that we recommended before that we loved, Influencer. Yeah. And the sequel to it, Influencers, just got on Shudder.
That's right.
And we saw it, and we're going to review it, and that's going to be our feature review. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And now, our feature review.
Yes. Can you read the synopsis?
Yes. So Influencers is in southern France, where a young woman's chilling fascination with murder and identity theft sends her life into a whirlwind of chaos.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And coming back is who plays that woman.
CW?
Yes, CW is Cassandra Nod. And she's just as fierce in this sequel as she was in the first one.
Absolutely. So what were your initial impressions on the sequel?
I really liked it. It was a little bit different in the tone.
Yeah.
But it still worked.
Yeah,
it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I liked most about the film was not only was CW trying to do more with her life and kind of move away from her murderous side.
Try to suppress it.
And that's in the story. You see that, we'll go into it more in depth in the spoiler zone. But also her influencer victim from the previous film, if you've seen the previous film, which we highly recommend.
Yes.
She's also trying to move on. So it's a really cool mix.
Yeah.
I feel like the creators of this series, they really understand what it is to make not only a thriller kind of film, but a thriller kind of film for young people. Like, everything about it is referencing right now. It's referencing what young people go through now with social media, and then the whole influencer dream, the expat, digital nomad thing. And then the cinematography. And Reyna and I are big travelers, so we're like, we love that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. The places they choose to film these is just, breathtaking.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But yeah, I agree with you. It's really, the take on the influencers is really cool. And what I think where they really are successful is they're obnoxious enough, but it's not like you want to stop watching. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If they were like wooden, one-dimensional.
They're not one-dimensional. There you go. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, CW, she encounters some new influencers, and then the story kind of takes it up a notch by having like these toxic influencers, like the kind of bro, the what do they call it? Alpha bro kind of influencer, and then you have the right wing influencer. So you'll get that in this. It's not just a beauty influencer. And then you see how she interacts with them and kind of what she does to kind of thwart them. And that alone makes it worth watching. But it also continues the story from the first film.
It's very well interwoven into the storyline, like the new influencers and then the continued storyline from the first one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so you're on the edge of your seat the whole time, not only trying to see what's going to happen with the previous influencer from the first film, but what's going to happen to these other influencers that CW's encountered that are really a lot more unlikable, but still interesting to the story. So
yeah, definitely.
So what would you give the film? What's your overall review?
I would highly recommend it. It's really good. Like Enzo said, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're not bored.
Yeah.
And, highly recommended.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great, and when we were watching it, I looked over at Reyna and I said, oh my God, they have a franchise.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I want to see more of this.
Yeah.
This killer, this story arc, like I feel like they really know where they're going with it. And then it's very ownable. Like the feel of the influencer films, they have their own feel, which I think is really cool. And we can go deeper into that in the spoiler zone.
I know, it's so hard not to.
Okay, let's just end the review portion.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And I'll say yes, it's a big recommend for me as well.
Yeah.
So let's go into the spoiler zone. You ready?
I'm ready.
Cool.
Beware. Spoilers ahead.
What's trending right now, bro?
That guy. Oh my gosh, this movie was so good. And it started out so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I liked about the film right off. Okay, listeners, you're in the spoiler zone. That means you've seen Influencers, and we can go more in depth with you on what we liked and what we want to call out.
So I thought it was really interesting. At first, it shows CW in a relationship. So at first you're like, oh, how is this going to work?
That's another thing. They confidently tell the story out of sequence, and they do it really elegantly.
Really well.
Sometimes when that's done, I look at it and I go, well, you could have told it in sequence. But the way they told it in this was really, really clever, and really, I just felt really interesting tonally.
I love when it's out of sequence, but it's not confusing, right? Because sometimes there's movies that show things out of sequence and you're like, hey, wait, what? But this one was, like you said, really well done.
Yeah. You get a sense that CW is trying to move away from, her murderous ways, and now she has something to live for in her relationship that you see at the beginning, but then she can't help it.
Well, that girl fucked her up. That first influencer.
Oh my God, that first influencer is so entitled and obnoxious.
Terrible.
That she's like,
you want her to push her.
Yeah, she muscles in and takes their room, which she had been planning for a long time, for their anniversary, and
then even the girlfriend was kind of flirty with her, which was kind of shitty.
It was so interesting because you as a viewer, you kind of know who CW is, so you kind of know what's simmering under the surface. And then this woman just keeps becoming more and more obnoxious. So then you're rooting for her. You want her to take her out, which is always so uncomfortable, but deliciously uncomfortable.
I know.
But yeah. And then after that, you get the continuation of the story from Influencer 1, which was very satisfying and elegant and done so well.
But for me, the biggest shocker was her killing her partner who she was in love with.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was the biggest shocker, because I thought, when she killed the first influencer, right? I thought it was just going to be like this secret life type deal.
Yeah.
But then, boom, strangles her.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the second film is one of those villain films where you sort of root for the villains because the victims are so deplorable.
Yeah.
But then, you get some of that, but then other things happen where you kind of feel bad for the influencers.
Well, yeah.
And I think that's the kind of tone that they're really good at, because that happened in the first film as well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you see behind the scenes where they're not like total douchebag, horrible people. Not all of them anyway.
Not entirely.
Yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
They're, it's the act to get followers and whatever, which is still kind of gross, but yeah. I mean, they just do a really good job of having you, care a little bit about them, enough that you feel bad when they die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's, I want to see more of CW. Like, I think the actress that plays her,
so good.
Oh my goodness. She understands horror. Like, she just even a look.
Yeah.
She's really scary to me.
My favorite part of the movie, and it's kind of skipping ahead.
Okay.
Is when, she kills the dude, the influencer dude.
Yeah.
And then his friends come with those women, and she kills him. Like, once she sees that she's live streaming, she's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And she goes ham on anyone that's breathing.
Yeah, in a weird sort of way, it's like, I think that's when she realizes this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to be, so be it. And I almost felt like there was a freedom there, which is really scary.
Yeah. Well, the way they ended it with her chasing them.
Oh my God, so scary.
I love that shit.
Completely unhinged.
I love that. I live for that type of horror.
Yeah, what I would say about her that I find scariest is how she's kind of a digital mastermind.
Yeah.
And there were moments in the film where she was caught off guard. So the mastermind part of it wasn't as satisfying as it was in the first film, because in the first film, oh my God, she was 3 steps ahead of everyone. So
are you saying because she forgot that she had the camera on? Live streaming?
Yeah, and there were moments where, she wasn't ahead of everyone, which I guess is fine, because then everyone would appear stupid, completely stupid, right? But yeah, it was great.
Well, it could have also been because she was living like her best life with her love life.
She wasn't doing that anymore.
Yeah. So she was rusty. Let's just say that she was rusty.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's interesting, because usually a villain doesn't really have a story arc. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not trying to change. And in this film, she's trying to change at the beginning. So I tip my hats to them, for trying something different. Feels really fresh, still scary. She is scary to me.
Yeah. And the story of the other girl in the first film, how they arrested her because they thought she killed all those women.
Totally plausible.
Yeah, because she was nowhere to be found, and they couldn't find her. CW. So I thought that storyline was pretty interesting, and all the hate she got, and how hard her life had become.
It totally harkens back to young people that have been abroad, and then because they're Americans, they're not really believed.
Right.
So that, I'm telling you, it's just smart enough to really elevate itself beyond the typical. And then the film, cinematically, they shoot all these amazing places.
Gorgeous.
So to me, it's a combination of mastermind horror, which is, CW is, and then idyllic horror, because these places are so beautiful.
Yeah.
Both France and Thailand. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Cool. I think we're ready to leave the spoiler zone then.
Sounds good.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to bring up before we close out the episode, Reyna?
No, just want to wish everyone a happy holiday.
Yes.
Or happy unholiday, whichever you prefer. Our next episode, we're taking it on the road.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a road trip. And since we have to drive back home for the holidays, we'll probably record an episode. That way we can use that time. So
yeah, we're gonna try something new.
yeah, absolutely.
But have a great holiday, everyone.
Yeah, and remember, if you're bad, Krampus is coming for you.
Scare you later.
The Date Night Horror Show is written and produced by Enzo and Reyna. All music written and produced by Enzo. Find Enzo and Reyna online at thedatenightHorrorshow.com. Do you love the show? Then share it with your horror-loving friends and help spread the word.